T-boneless. Honey, we missed you. Gosh. It's been several days, hasn't it, T-boneless? Honey. But we're not surprised, honey, that you decided that you already changed, honey, and you didn't need that men's encounter. Honey, no. Those 1,299 other men needed it, T-boneless. Yes, you were just there to witness, honey, to witness them being saved. My goodness. And you got to talk to some of those men, honey, and set an example for them. My goodness, T-boneless. Gosh. Honey. Did somebody else send your boss an email, honey? Somebody named Peyton? T-boneless. Gosh, I don't know who that is, honey, and I agree, that's a stupid email if all they're talking about is you spitting on the floor, honey. My gosh, I would have mentioned the snotting on the floor that you do. Gosh, I would hate to walk through that, T-boneless. And there's so much more I would mention, T-boneless, besides that, honey. Gosh, you know you did do a video on your old channel, honey. You got a lot more subs over there and you get more views, honey. You could have picked up another hater, T-boneless. You never know. Just saying, honey. My gosh. Honey. At least you're doing your 30-day thing, honey. Whatever that might be, T-boneless. To bring you to the life change that you need, honey. I'm glad you got that all worked out, honey. Gosh, T-boneless. I just love it when you make future plans, honey, and promises. Gosh, it just sounds so wonderful at the moment, T-boneless. Yes, it does. Gosh, just like that men's encounter, honey, you were raving about that, honey. Raving about it all week, honey, that it was going to change your life, honey, and be everything that you ever needed. You were going to come back a completely changed man, T-boneless. My gosh. And to hear that when you got there, honey, it was like torture, T-boneless. My goodness. Keeping you stuck in a chair for hours upon end without a cigarette? Gosh, T-boneless. And them serving up prison slop, honey? What the world did your boss pay for anyway? Gosh, I thought y'all were supposed to be eating like kings, T-boneless. And then men were pulling out their dope and stuff and pinning them on crosses? T-boneless. Honey. Why wouldn't you pull your Suboxones out of your pocket, honey, and pin them to a cross? How could you let an opportunity like that, T-boneless, just slip through your fingers? My goodness. Gosh, T-boneless. And then after all of that, honey, they wanted to wash your feet? T-boneless. And you went outside, honey, and had to smoke and call K-boneless, honey, and had to get aggressive and tell them no? T-boneless, I thought you wanted to leave everything behind, honey, and follow Jesus. Gosh, honey, didn't you know that Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, honey? Gosh, he did that in appreciation, honey, and to show them that their sins were washed clean. T-boneless. My gosh, because they left everything behind to follow him. T-boneless. At least you're doing a 30-day thing, honey, to change your life. My gosh. You just remind me more and more like Judas Iscariot, honey. Full of pride, honey, and arrogance. And, honey, your entitlement is over the top, T-boneless. Over the top. Gosh, I mean, look. You gave up nothing, T-boneless. You did nothing, T-boneless. All you did was get angry, honey. You're just further proving our point over here, honey, about your future faking, honey, and your uplifting yourself, and all your false promises, T-boneless, that you just keep continuously putting out there, honey. My goodness. I'm just so glad, honey, that while you were there, you got mail, honey. You got that letter from K-boneless, honey. It was just the supply you needed, honey, to lift your spirits. Yes, it was. My goodness. And then you got to enjoy the ride home with K-boneless. She surprised you, honey, and y'all got to drive home in your boss's truck. Gosh, I hope they filled that tank up first, T-boneless. I wouldn't want you having to pay for gas or anything, honey. No, no, sir. At least, honey, you came back the same old entitled POS you were when you left, honey. Gosh, the one that we love and admire so much, T-Boneless. If you came back a changed man, I wouldn't be able to make any more videos. There'd be no more T-Boneless videos. They're in high demand, T-Boneless. Gosh. Or, you know, if you would just acknowledge, honey, and apologize for scamming all those people, honey, to get you where you are today. That would suffice too, baby. My goodness. I hope you're able to round up $1,500, honey, to put down on that land that you found, T-Boneless. My goodness, because I know, honey, you're devaluing that trailer already, T-Boneless. Why is it you devalue stuff so quickly, honey? My gosh, first it was that list, honey, of all them donors, honey, that donated 4 times over. You and K-Bone was supposed to keep this list, honey, completely devalued, honey, forgotten about, and never spoken of. My goodness. Then your car, T-Boneless, was about to be repoed, honey, completely devalued, honey. You wanted to drive it off a cliff into a river, honey, remember? My goodness. Then the camper, T-Boneless, devalued. All cramped up in that thing, complaining about what all you had to do to stay in the camper, honey. Never mind your free rent, free utilities, and free internet. My gosh. Gosh, T-Boneless. And now it's the trailer. Now you're devaluing the trailer, baby. Gosh, you get no phone signal over there, honey. That has to be a bummer. Gosh, no TikTok, honey. No lives on the front porch, honey. It's just not even worth being there. I hope you don't spend any more money on another month's rent there, honey. You just squat there, honey, until you get enough donations to get that land, okay? Gosh, it's hard to kick people out of something nowadays, honey. Once you get in there, honey, you're in there. Yes, honey. Gosh, I just can't wait for you to start that community, T-Boneless. What would a community be, honey, without future faking, false promises, and scams? Gosh. Jeez, I just hope, honey, I hope that you're honest with everybody, honey, when Friday comes along. Gosh, it's going to be like a holiday for me, T-Boneless. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'm going to take off work on Friday, honey. Yes, I am. I put in a lot of work here, T-Boneless. My gosh. Friday is hopefully your last court date, baby. The day we've all been waiting for, T-Boneless. Yes. Honey. From last summer, honey. That Colorcraft, honey, you stole all their tools, honey. You got arrested, honey. And you lost everything you had, honey. And then you scammed all those people 4 times over to get where you are today, honey. But it's never mentioned. Never mentioned, T-Boneless. And Friday, it's finally going to be mentioned, baby. Oh, my goodness. I cannot wait to hear your plea deal, T-Boneless. I cannot wait. Matter of fact, I think I might just go get a cake to bake, honey. It's going to be a special day. Yes, it is. And I know, honey, that Lamont and Jaquarius up there, honey, up north, they're waiting on you, honey. I know they're going to be happy to see you. And don't you forget your shower shoes, T-Boneless. I know how weirded out you are about your feet, baby. You better get a patty now. Gosh. I know they are loving you, honey, and missing you up there just as much as we do, baby. Gosh.